Yo, what's good people, it's Cactus, and in today's video, I'm going to be making a Brazilian influenced drill beat. This is another one by request. After I did my Arabic drill tutorial, people in the comments were saying try an African one, try a Brazilian one. I thought Brazilian would be kind of unique. I haven't seen anyone do it yet, and I think it's going to be kind of hard as well because listening to Brazilian music, it just reminds me of being on a beach. It's quite happy, it's quite jazzy, so I don't know how I'm going to turn that into a drill beat. I'm most likely going to flick through some samples and chop something up, or even just use some kind of loop. So yeah, I'm not really sure where it's going to go, but let's get into it. Alright, so for this one I'm going to use a sample. I was looking through Splicing Arcade trying to find anything Brazilian, but nothing was really coming up. So I started flicking through some Brazilian songs on YouTube, and yo, they all sound happy. They all sound like I'm sitting on a beach. They're definitely not made for drill. And one of my boys sent me this sample, and I wasn't going to play it because I know you can get strikes and everything, but the sample's too much, so you need to hear it. Sample's just so catchy. So that repeats, and then I wanted to get this bit here. Just sounds sick. So I'm going to start by bringing it into Edison, and then I'll cut out them loops. So in Edison, all I do is set it to snap to 0 crossing most of the time, and then I'll click and drag and find the loop that I need. And then to drag it into the playlist, you just use this tool here. The BPM's at 144, and I've just stretched the sample out. Because when it was half the speed, it was way too quick. It sounded like this. It's too fast. I think it would sound better down a few semitones. Maybe one more. Yeah, I think I like it there. First thing I'm doing is taking out some of the noise, some of the hissing, and I'm just using X noise from waves. This was before. You can hear some hissing. This just cuts it out. Now I'm just using imager, so widen the sample. You just don't want this to go below 0. That's when you start getting phase issues. I think some RC20 as well, just to brighten it up a little, around about there. And then some subtle delay. You can barely hear that. Some reverb, just to add to the atmosphere. I'm just keeping the mix level pretty low. And then an EQ, just to take out some of the lows and the highs. So the bass, I can hear it just coming down gradually. I think it's just that. Yeah, but I don't want it like a typical drill beat. I think the melody's quite happy, so I think with the notes I want to keep them quite short and maybe a little bit bouncy. So 3 here. I might make that shorter too. I might just make all of them a bit short, again just keeping it bouncy. So there's 2 here. Or maybe just keep 1. Make that short again. And then it can come up. Yeah, copy this and then switch it up. Just added a couple more notes in. So now we've got the bounce going. For the hi-hat, let's use a MIDI from my new kit. There's going to be around 10 hi-hats, some 808 MIDIs as well. Let's try this one. I think I prefer the first one. I definitely think a bongo for this one. Maybe something like this. Yeah, that can just repeat. And then this effect maybe towards the end. Yeah, just simple. Maybe I'll leave this one. And you know what would sound sick? Not that. Yeah, just one of these nylon ones. I think just to fill out some space, but just a couple notes, something really basic. Yeah, about there. I don't know why I always have to do it, but I always need to add one of these perk repeats in. Maybe just this one. And then so it's not so repetitive, I'm just taking the other part of the sample with the vocals. So this is what it sounds like now. But the problem with this sample is there's a lot of shakers or hi-hats going on. So when my hi-hats go on top of it, it's just going to sound way too messy. I can try and cut some out with the EQ or try a few different things, but you can never get rid of them completely. So I'll see what I can do. All right, so I tried a frequency splitter at first just because I sent the highs to a different channel and I was going to process them differently. But it sounded a little bit better when I just took out the highs. But let's see what it sounds like. So this was before. After. I still think it sounds a little bit messy because the hi-hat pattern in the sample is filling out pretty much every two-step. I think it's clashing a little bit. Maybe in just this section I can have it like this, so the hi-hat's playing every two-step, but the second ones are brought down just to add more bounce. So it sounds a little bit better. At least it's still the same rhythm as the sample. So I'll probably just include this as like a bridge, just in one section of the beat. I also think it's sounding a little bit weak. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to make this one unique and I'm going to bring this up an octave. So instead of down 300, it's going to be up 900. And I'm just going to blend in the volume. It's just going to add a little bit more body to it. So this is before, after. It's only subtle, it just adds a bit more energy. Alright, I just want to add this vocal shot in as well. Get some reverb and delay on it. And then an EQ just acts as a filter. Alright, let's try arcade one more time. There might not be any Brazilian vocals, but there might be something Latin or South American. Maybe Poolside can come to the rescue. Let's see what we can do in here. Yeah, I like that one. It might be a little bit too much, but I'll leave it in for now. Just because I'm thinking this is going to get a bit repetitive, I just want to try some different effects on the main melody. I'll mute arcade for now and omnisphere and see what I can find. Oh, this one sounds mad. Yeah, this could work somewhere. I might just have it on for a bridge. So I'm just thinking a filter like this for the intro. Just right click, create automation clip. And then I'm just going to add a point here by right clicking and bringing it down. Just make sure this is on hold. Alright, so for arrangement, I'm going to take these out. I've chopped up these a little bit. And maybe keep this bit as the hook. For this bit, I'm going to turn on portal. Alright, so for this bit, portal's going to play, and then it's going to come into the hook. So for the hook, that's when the vocals from the sample are coming in. So because I've changed up the hook, I can add arcade and omnisphere, the guitar, a little bit further back, but let's start with the hook first. So this will be a bridge. I might change the 808 pattern too. That sounds hard. Let me take this out. Alright, before I copy it over, I want to change the 808 pattern a couple times. Alright, I want the transition from the hook to the verse to be a bit better. So instead of this, I'm going to chop this. Actually, I'm going to chop this and repeat this one. As soon as the vocal comes in here, everything can cut. Now I'm going to duplicate this one, make this one unique, bring it up in octaves. It's going to be plus 900. Let's just see what it sounds like. Yeah, that sounds crazy. Alright, let's just play it from the beginning, see how everything's sounding. Right, so the intro is pretty basic. Just Fruity Love filter. And then it comes straight into the verse. But not everything straight away. I kept a couple perks out.
Cactus.
The guitar comes in. And then arcade. So you can see I've got all the different 808 patterns. And now this crazy portal effect. So you just wouldn't expect that. But it just keeps things interesting. And then for the hook, these vocals are just too much. The 808s are really simple in this part. And then this new part here where I doubled up the vocal. Sounds mad. And then the rest of it just basically repeats. So I hope you liked the video and I hope you're feeling the beat. I think the mix between drill and Brazilian music was kind of hard to do, but it still came out catchy. The original sample is just perfect. That's why I didn't want to mess with it too much. And I could still hear an artist on this, but let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you want me to do any other style as well. I think I might try African drill beat next, but then let me know if you got any other suggestions. And yo, I'm aiming to get the new drum kit out on Tuesday. It's the Prick Kit Volume 3, which I've been using in all my recent videos, so definitely keep a lookout for that. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Fala, tô passa mal, rapaz. Fala, tô passa mal.